For 25 years, I thought, I can't think of a bad thing to say about Travis Barker. I love this dude, and I love everything about him, and everything he's into, and everything he participates in, and everything he believes.
And then?
And then today happened, and now I realize he's a dick. Travis Barker is a dick.
No, he's a good dude. He just has to get places sometimes. And when you have to get places in Southern California, it can be difficult.
So, Travis, first of all, good morning. Welcome back, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
So, you're running a little bit late this morning. You're trying to make your start time here on the Kevin and Bean Show. So, you make what decision driving in today?
Well, I was watching Google Maps make my arrival time later and later. It was like saying 7:30, 7:32. So I have to be honest. I went in the carpool lane.
That's my man right there.
How dare you?
Barker.
That's my man.
Just made it happen.
The carpool lane doesn't mean anything if single drivers clog it up.
This is one of Bean's pet peeves.
It meant I got here 10 minutes earlier.
Right. It means he's here, Bean. He's making your job work.
Look, I appreciate that you're here and whatnot, but isn't that a very, not that it matters to you, Rich Travis Barker, but isn't that a very expensive ticket if you get caught with a carpool lane violation?
Yeah, but I did that when I was dirt poor, like when I was even before I had a job being a trash man. Like, hey, if you got somewhere to be.
So you're a repeat offender.
The emergency lane isn't off limits either, I'm just saying.
You do what you have to do.
I remember going to like Blink rehearsals, and my best friend at the time, Ultimate Ronnie, who was like our roadie, our tech, I was like, hey, we're going to be late to practice. I got to get in the emergency lane. He's like, dude, don't do it. We can't go to jail. And I'd be like, no, we got to do it. And I'd just be like kind of like fabricating ideas of like, oh, so-and-so's my wife's pregnant. I don't have a wife at the time. Whatever it was.
Some emergency that you would have an excuse.
Yeah, there was some type of emergency.
But the difference between you and Kev Dog, though, is that if you get pulled over in the carpool lane, Travis, there's a 98% chance that officer's going to recognize you, be a fan of yours, and say, good day, sir, right?
You're bastard.
Or they could punish me even more, right?
How has it been for you? Do you get pulled over very often?
Yeah, cops are pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah. I would assume everybody's pretty cool with you.
It depends. It depends what area you're in.
It does, okay.
I've gotten pulled over like near my studio in North Hollywood where they're like, hands out of the window and asking me what prison I did time in and what neighborhood I was from.
Wow.
And then in Calabasas, everything's all, it's great. Sure. They're really nice. They're like, oh, Trav, sorry, just didn't see license plates, whatever.
All right,
but I don't really commit big crimes either.
Right. No, certainly not.
Carpool's pretty big.
It's big enough for you.
Here's a question I've always wanted to ask you, Travis. I don't know that I have, and then I promise we'll get to Musink, which is why Travis is here. But people who don't recognize you, do they see you and the way you dress and the people you're hanging out with and the tattoos on your body and stuff? And do they sometimes throw shade at you?
Oh, for sure.
Like if you go into a 7-Eleven, does somebody follow you around because they go, oh, that dude's here to rip us off, right? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. If they don't know who I am, they're like, whoa, he looks kind of crazy. So I even used to get that sometimes, like it's either really, really old people or really young people when my kids were really small. And their friends would just look at me like their eyes bugging out of their head like, oh my gosh, that's your dad.
or that evil man kidnapped those cute kids.
And then they would think, I wish that was my dad.
Well, after months of maybe getting to know me and realizing, like, whoa, he's super cool, or he took us skateboarding, or he took us whatever,
All right. So now that we've got your criminal past out of the way,
yes,
Travis Barker is here as he is every year about this time with a big, big announcement. Are we up to the 11th annual Musink already, Travis?
Yes.
That's insane.
That must be unbelievable for you. It must be really crazy for you to look back on those lineups throughout the years and see how much this festival's grown.
Yeah, it's so crazy that it's 11 years. It doesn't seem like it at all. But
you're super involved in picking the musical acts and the tattoo artists that are going to be appearing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What does it feel like to be the man? When people have problems, they come to you to solve them, or do they?
It's good and bad. No, it's always a lot of fun to put the event together. It's never really stressful. Most of the time, the bands are someone we know.
Yeah,
or
friends.
someone we work with.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's always fun. It's almost always like, okay, how can we outdo ourselves this year? Or, and then as the festival gets bigger, making sure the sound's better and everything else, the experience is better.
Do you have a walkie-talkie?
No. I don't want to go there.
Yes, that makes it official.
No, most of
come in, trial.
Honestly, most days I'm there's like a VIP meet and greet package, and the majority of the day I'm in that.
Do you have a golf cart?
No.
Come on,
Wow,
man.
you're doing it wrong, Travis.
Get a golf cart.
I'm not really well, I guess it's not my steez really being. It's just not my thing. Being a golf cart, it's weird. I'd rather walk.
All right. Let's talk about the lineup. Do you want to read them, or do you want us to?
Go
Sure,
ahead.
yeah, I can read them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it. So we're talking about Musink, which is Friday.
You guys
March
have the better announcing voice, like
No,
Friday.
not really.
Musink,
But you're the
my
man.
best.
This is your baby. So
Okay.
Friday, March 16th through Sunday, March 18th at the OC Fair and Event Center, Travis Barker presents the 11th annual Musink. Wait till you hear this lineup. Friday night, Travis Barker, go.
Okay, Friday nights, The Adolescents, Strung Out, Fear, and one of my favorite bands of all time, The Descendants.
Great band.
That's pretty
and
cool.
they have headlined for you in the past at Musink, too.
Yeah, they've played Musink, I think twice in the 11 years we've had it.
They're amazing. All right,
Yeah.
that's Friday night.
They keep getting better, actually, as time goes on. It's a trip.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday is a band called The Interrupters, right here from Los Angeles, that are amazing. A band called Good Charlotte.
Sure.
And this one band, I don't know, it's called something like Blink 182.
When you contact those guys, they're like, "Yes, Travis, we know. It's Musink.
We'll do it.
You know, I haven't asked them for a couple years, and it's always like, it feels weird
Does it?
sometimes because it's
You
my
feel
thing.
odd, yeah.
So I usually don't even hit Mark or Matt. I just let like the offer come through from agent to agent, and they're like, "Oh, dope! You asked us to play Musink."
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
All right.
because it's kind of weird. They'd be like, I don't know.
What if their agent came back to you and was like, "Nope"?
Someone's ass is getting kicked.
That's what I'm saying.
No, obviously we'd work it out. It's always like, sometimes there might be something that Mark's like, hey, I really want this done. But I never want it to feel like a favor because Musink is a legitimate, festival. And
A legitimate festival
growing.
that Blink 182 would play anyway, even if you
Yeah.
weren't involved in
You'd
it.
like to, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
all right. So that's Friday night and Saturday night. How about Sunday, Travis?
Sunday is this really awesome band called The Fever. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
I have
From
not,
Los
no.
Angeles. Well, you're about to hear of them a whole bunch. They're really great. Actually, John Feldman and I produced their album.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I play drums on the album.
That's a great name for a band, by the way. I can't
it's
believe
kind
that
of
hasn't been
amazing.
used.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Wi-Fi's Funeral, Machine Gun Kelly, and Little Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
Nice.
Yes.
What? Okay.
Every year, or not every year, but most years, I've done Tech Nine at Musink. I've had Snoop Dogg at Musink. I've had Ritz. So I really feel like it's 2018 and not everyone wants to go to a show and see the same type of band, It's kind of like even you guys. I was applauding you from afar. I saw Run the Jewels on Acoustic Christmas.
So good.
That's what it's about.
That was great.
Not everyone listens to the same, just because you like Blink doesn't mean that's the only thing you listen to. You might be listening to Uzi Vert or whatever, Run the Jewels.
Yep,
I
of course.
feel like everything's wide open.
And people that know you know that you play all those different
Yeah.
styles of music as well.
And tattoos.
Yeah.
Especially that generation of kids. I mean, Yachty's, I don't know if you want to call them like SoundCloud rappers, but those kids are the first ones to get tattoos on their face. So I feel like you're alienating them by not including them in such a cool festival.
Well, it's an amazing lineup. And speaking of tattoos, when we come back, Travis, we want to talk about that aspect because it's two things going on. It's the music and it's the tattoos, and they're both well represented. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend, you guys, the 11th annual Musink, including Descendants, Blink 182, Yachty, The Adolescents, and Fear, and Good Charlotte, and all the rest that Travis has just described. And tickets are going on sale Friday at 10 a.m. Friday at 10 a.m. You usually sell out, Travis?
Well, it's kind of weird. You can't sell out that venue. I mean,
You
you'll
can't.
get to capacity and then it stops, but we've never.
That's what sellout means, by the way, Travis.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's such a massive.
It is a huge
It's
area.
way bigger than the venue area. So you'll have the tattoo part of it. That's a whole other piece of the grounds. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, I think
Gotcha.
we've had like 12,000 people there a day.
Wow.
before,
That's
which is-
amazing. Friday at
That's great.
10
I guess
a.m.
That would be our sellout.
Tickets are going on sale, you guys, for Musink. More with our friend Travis Barker when we return on KROQ.
Travis Barker is in studio with us talking about Musink, which is March 16th through 18th. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m.
Through Ticketmaster, here's my advice to you. If you ever get a radio show, have Travis Barker on as a guest and then have him tell you unbelievable stories during the commercials.
It's like
Why
the
aren't
stuff
you-
I can't talk about on the radio.
I
right?
know.
It would be
Travis,
great if you
why-
could, but
why don't you have a reality show of your own?
I don't
Your
know.
life, my friend, your life is fascinating.
I guess I'm too busy to even think about it. And even when it happened last time when I did have a reality show, it kind of came out of nowhere, and they just started filming. It wasn't like I was acting for them or putting on for them. It was just, that was my life.
Well, your life is a cartoon.
It is a cartoon. Yeah.
crazy.
I had a listener who tweeted me over the weekend and said, "Why does Travis always show up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Is that because you're friends with Kanye?"
No, I mean, I am friends with Kanye, but I'm closer to Courtney. Courtney's awesome. And I mean, I knew Kim for years, like back in the day. I've known the family pretty much for like 10, 12 years. And we just happen to all live in the same neighborhood. So yeah, we've always stayed friends, like ice skating at Christmas time and whatever else.
See
and
what I
sometimes
mean?
we'll just be over there.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll just be over there and they're filming, and it's just whatever.
It just
but
happens.
I'm not doing anything different on there than I normally am.
Right.
I'm more in shock. I think like the one episode I was on this time, like they were talking about like one of them was throwing shade at the other one about Christmas stuff, and I was just in shock. I couldn't believe it. It was savage, but yeah, they're awesome, man. And, they're a really cool family. I've known them for years.
Would we be surprised by Kanye in private? Does he seem a little bit more normal when he's just hanging out with y'all than he does to us on the, just watching him as a celebrity and the crazy stuff that he says and does?
Well, you always have to remember that everyone puts a twist on things, to sell a story. I've been victim of it. People are, especially people in their kind of fame are always a victim of it. Kanye's a genius.
I agree.
He's a genius.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Can I ask you this question still, though?
Yes, still.
Because
I
it
think
seems
so.
it seems like all the personal weirdness and strangeness has sort of overshadowed his music.
But that last album was great.
It was great.
That
It was
album,
great.
You know what was crazy? It was like it felt like a gospel album without gospel lyrics. It was amazing. It was such a good album. Fashion-wise, you can't mess with him. He's changed the sneaker game. You know, like it's insane. Or at least created his own pocket within it. He's great, man. He's a very smart man. What might seem like something else to the outside eye or ear is,
From the standpoint of seeing him tell us how great he is all the time. That's an odd.
Well, I don't think you can also. I mean, I think to be an artist and to be an artist at his level, you have to be confident and you have to somewhat love yourself.
Right.
Before everyone else
but
is
you've
going to
never
love you.
told us
or what
that
you
you're
do.
a great drummer.
No,
You know what I mean?
but I
Like,
feel
that's
like
very different.
I also feel like he's on a different level, and he's on a level of so many things. He has his hand in so many things, and I'm just not like that.
Right.
I mean, I do obviously, I do have an amount of confidence, or I wouldn't be able to go on stage in front of however many people and play the drums, or think I could, create a clothing line or create a festival. So you have to have a level of confidence, but I also feel like someone like Kanye has so much and he puts it all out there, and then he puts himself out there for people to judge him or whatever, but he is great.
You ever played with him in the studio, Travis, or played on any of his records?
I haven't. I've seen him a couple times lately, and he's like, "We gotta get in the studio," but I don't.
Everyone says
but
that
I
to
don't.
you.
But I don't like. Okay, let me get your number. But if it, like I said, I see the family so much. If they ever, he ever wanted me or called on me, he'd know where to find me.
I feel like that is a weird ability that you have to sort of morph into anyone's music that wants to use you. You're in, and you're good enough to be that.
Well, I love writing. That's my thing. I love getting in the studio and someone will be like, "Oh, we're stuck on this," or, we're trying to come up with a more creative drum part for this, or this band is releasing a new album. Like Feldman will call me in for different projects all the time, and it's so fun. But when I go in immediately, when I hear what I hear, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I have tons of ideas."
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I just like kind of like I guess like just the same as a rapper would freestyle on a record. I just go in and I play like as many different beats or approach the beat, a million different ways.
So you'll
to
do
give
it
people
once,
options.
and then you'll think, all right, I'm going to do it a different way, and do it.
Yeah, I'll just say, just play, just press record and let me play, and then you guys pick what you like, and then it's done.
I saw the voice of Travis Barker here on the Kevin Bean Show, getting back to the 11th Annual Musink Festival, just announced in a minute. But I have to ask, because I saw something online over the weekend. Did you do some work recently or talk about doing some work recently with your friend Tom DeLonge?
He just did a really important interview for my doc that will basically the counterpart to my book.
Is that right?
Yeah. So 4 people were interviewed to create this trailer, and it was Mark Hoppus, my dad, and Tom DeLonge.
Is this a project we already know about, Travis, or is this something
You don't?
you're
I'm
working
kind
on?
of just telling you right now.
Okay.
I'm coming with surprises.
I was thinking,
Another book?
I should know about the doc. Why don't I know about the doc?
No, I haven't really said anything. It's been in the works. It was the same people who did Steve Aoki's documentary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was great.
And yeah, we started talking to them a while back, kind of, being inspired by the book, but then actually digging deeper. So it has begun.
And when will we be able to see this doc?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Is it maybe
Really
this year,
soon.
maybe next year? Really
Yeah,
soon? Okay.
Really soon.
All right.
Oh, that's exciting, Travis.
Yeah, I'm
That's
excited.
really cool.
Because it's one thing to read in a book like, okay, this and this happened to you, or, to see, for example, oh, you were in a plane crash, but to actually see footage from it and like news clippings and
boy,
like
I don't know if
friends
I
and-
want that. That
Yeah,
seems
it's
terrible.
gnarly. Friends and family talking about it,
Yeah.
and it's just another level.
So this is a documentary made about your book, your autobiography that you wrote.
Yeah, and then some.
And then
Okay.
Sorta.
Wow, that's fantastic. All right. Well, I know you'll be back to tell us more about that as we get
Yes.
closer. Before we run out of time, Travis, we talked a lot about the bands on the bill this year for the Musink Festival, St. Patrick's Day weekend, OC Fair and Event Center. Tickets go on sale through Ticketmaster this Friday at 10. Descendants and Fear, Strung Out, Adolescents, Blink-182, Good Charlotte, Little Yachty, Machine Gun Kelly, and more. Let's talk about the tattoo aspect of this, because this is, ever since year one, it has been equally as important as the bands, right?
Yeah, it's funny that like years in the past, there's obviously all the artists that are playing, but then when you walk through the tattoo convention, you see people that aren't even playing, like The Game getting tattooed or
Is that
Yellow
right?
Wolf getting tattooed. Yeah, that just come out to the event for that, because you do run into a bunch of tattoo artists that normally wouldn't be in town. They wouldn't be in Southern California. They wouldn't be in Orange County. But yeah, the best of the best is there. So
But hundreds of tattoo artists?
hundreds of tattoo artists.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
This thing is getting so huge.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe. Travis, any room for more tattoos on your body?
There's always room. There's always room. I haven't been tattooed in a minute though. I got the itch the other day. I was at the studio at like 4 a.m. But
Is there any prime real estate that's still available?
of course,
Because I assume
look at
most
his
of it's
face.
gone.
yeah, look at my face. No, I still got some room, but yeah, I felt like at 4 a.m. You know how they say nothing good happens
Yes.
at that time. I was like,
Sure,
nah, I'm
sure.
just gonna wait.
Is there such thing as a taint tattoo?
Taint?
Yes.
Oh,
What is that?
You don't.
That's a spot that's probably available,
Your
Travis.
whole area.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the artist I would have do that. That might be weird.
Please put that in the documentary if you decide to get it done.
Definitely.
All right. 11th Annual Musink Festival. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10. It looks like a great event. March 16th through the 18th. Travis is going to be all over the place. We're so happy to have you back on the show, Travis. We love you so much. Don't take the carpool lane on the way home. You're not in a hurry, okay? And we'll see you soon, my friend.
Thank you, guys.